All Miami Dolphin fans are just down in the dumps because Ryan Tannehill has an ACL sprain right now. Okay, listen, guys. I've said it once. I'll say it again. Tannehill is not a franchise quarterback. He's a good game manager. And this is exactly what Matt Moore could be too, at the very least. And he will prove it to the Dolphins that at the very least he's a game manager just as good as Ryan Tannehill. So Dolphin fans, please, let's not jump off of a cliff because Ryan Tannehill is out. Maybe if the Dolphins make the playoffs, he'll be in it. But please, let's get a grip of ourselves. You know, as far as the game, the Miami Dolphins did win. Ryan Tannehill, he came out ready. He looked locked in. On the first drive on the offense there, he found Kenny Stills for a 28-yard touchdown completion. There was a lot of talk going into this game about how the Dolphins could fare against the very impressive Cardinals pass defense. And early on, Tannehill, guess he put the questions to rest, proving that the team could move the ball effectively through the air. As the game went on, Tannehill took what the defense gave him, used his feet to move the chains at times. Outside of that one interception, when the ball slipped out of his hand while he was attempting to make a throw, Tannehill was probably enjoying one of the best performances of the season, I think. But then the injury happened, okay? But Matt Moore, he came into the game in the third quarter late. As you expect, Gase tried to ease Matt Moore into action. J Train's number was called on all three snaps of that first drive for Matt Moore. Matt Moore really wasn't even called to do much upon the final drive even. The Dolphins were around field goal range. A couple of first downs was all the Dolphins needed. A lot of people questions Matt Moore's ability to even lead the Finns into field goal position. They were all mistaken. He completed a 12-yard pass to Kenny Stills, which put Miami in field goal position. Moore, he sensed the pressure on its way, and he was the ball to Stills during that one play, who he knows is being marked one-on-one. He puts enough under the ball, and despite being interfered with, Kenny Stills, makes a great en route adjustment and is able to track the ball down. So Matt Moore made some plays too. And like I said, Ryan Tannehill is a game manager at best. Matt Moore could be this as well. As far as the running backs, Arizona was allowing the opposing running backs 3.8 yards per carry. And after their loss to the Dolphins, the Cardinals, that number will look even better. The Dolphins struggled on the ground. Miami as a team ran the ball 31 times, 83 yards. J-Train there. Fourth consecutive week, he failed to reach at least 90 yards. But again, against that Cardinals run defense, there's really no shame in that. He ran the ball 20 times and had 48 yards to show for it. It wasn't the best day for the J-Train there, but he still had moments that reminded you of what type of a beast this guy is. The wide receivers for us, simply huge. Jarvis Landry, Kenny Stills, very impressive. Stills involved early and often. Like I mentioned before, he caught a beautiful throw from Tannehill on Miami's first drive for a touchdown. Stills caught 6 of the team's leading 7 targets, 6 receptions, 97 yards on the day. Jarvis Landry, though, led the team in total receiving yards. 71 of his 104 receiving yards on the day. On one huge route that he did there. So he had 71 out of the 104 yards on that play, too. Landry, man, is impressive as a beast. The offensive line, overall, the pass protection from the offensive line was solid. Miami's signal callers were only sacked once on the day, and for the most part had clean pockets as well as, time to work with. The defensive line, they made their presence felt. Sue and Wake were menacing. Andre Broch, disruptive all afternoon. Makes you wonder about the long term, with the team. The Dolphins brought Carson Palmer down, 3 times on the afternoon. Disrupted his pocket presence throughout, most of the game. That pocket there, they did a good job with the pocket, with the defensive line. The defensive backs too. Palmer threw the ball 33 times, 125 yards only. The Cardinals, the wide receivers there, they still have some big names. Larry Fitzgerald. The Dolphins did a fantastic job on covering Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald targeted I think it was like 9 times, 3 catches on 12 yards. So that's huge by the defensive backs. Finding ways, to win is a talent. And these Dolphins, they certainly appear to possess it. A lot of fans threw in the towel, surprisingly, when Tannehill went down, but the team didn't. Proving that I think that the Miami Dolphin football culture really has changed. What can you say? It's the next man up, and I think at 8-5 right now, we're really in the midst of the wild card race. We really have no time to feel sorry for ourselves. And don't worry, Dolphins. You'll get over losing Ryan Tannehill. Hope all is well. Let's go Dolphins.